What's up, guys? Sid here. Today is May 1st. I got some stuff to show you here that I've picked up. Let's see. Last week, basically, yeah, last week, last Saturday, and then another day this week. Um, so I got some stuff to go over with you as far as pickups. I got some questions, and I need your opinions too on some things. So I'm going to need your help out with some stuff, so hopefully you guys will do that. Didn't really get any mail. I did get this. It's another sketch cover that I did some work on. This is for comic book covers for cancer. This was a blank variant of Morbius the Living Vampire, issue 1. This book came to me signed by the writer Joe Keating already. Otherwise, it was blank, and then I did the art here on it, kind of a cross between realistic art and comic book art. So if you guys seen the movie Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, this is Abraham Lincoln Living Vampire Hunter. So there's Morbius there. I thought that would be kind of a cool mashup to do. So, speaking of comic book covers for cancer, their auctions are going to be starting tomorrow for Comic Book Day, and there is 3 or 4 pieces of mine that are going to be auctioned. You just go on eBay and search for them. I think if you just type in comic book covers for cancer, I'm not sure. If you need some help, if you're interested in possibly bidding on some of my covers, obviously the money goes to a good cause, but if you're interested, just PM me or whatever, and I'll try and give you the right links and whatnot. If you're friends with me on Facebook, I've already posted a link that you can go. So there's that. I hope you guys like that. I had a good time doing that, and this will go in the next round of auctions that they do. All right. So anyway, we got some thrift store stuff. This is one thrift store find here. This is Casio Boss. This is a business organizer scheduling system. Opens up there. I've not tried this out to see if it works yet. This is kind of an old school organizer here before iPhones and whatnot. But you got your calendar, schedule, memo, telephone book, secret, whatever that is, calculator, just all kinds of different things here. It was half off day at this particular thrift store. You see it marked $1. I paid 50 cents for that, so we'll see what happens with that. Figure you can't go wrong for 50 cents. Another thrift store, I scored these 3 VHS. This is a screening copy of The Assassination Game by Roger Corman, starring Theodore Bickel. Thought that was pretty cool. Don't find screeners too often out in the wild. This one was neat. This is The Navigator on Trilon Video. I believe this is a film from New Zealand. Yep. An Australian and New Zealand co-production. But this is a time travel movie. So I've never heard of Trilon Video, so I had to grab that up. And then we have The Mean Seasons, starring Kurt Russell and Mariel Hemingway on Thorn EMI, HBO video, clamshell. These are getting rarer and rarer. So when I saw this, I snatched it up. So very cool. I think I paid $1.50 for all 3 of those. I think they were 50 cents a piece. All right, another thrift store. It's kind of interesting. It was like they had somebody brought in a bunch of sci-fi and movie tie-in paperbacks, because I just found a bunch of them, and normally I don't find paperbacks at this particular store, but I did pretty well. First up we have King Kong, and this tells you when it's crossed out like that, it's half off, so it was only 35 cents for this book. It's got 16 pages of splendid new art, as it says there on the cover. And there's one of the pieces of art right there. Pretty cool. It's from 1976, a new adaptation of the film. Very, very cool. Then we have the movie tie-in adaptation of Cocoon. That was also 35 cents. Then from Ron Goulart, we have Capricorn 1. This one was actually 70 cents. This is the movie starring Elliot Gould, James Brolin, Sam Waterston, O.J. Simpson, and Hal Holbrook. Very, very cool. Picked this up. This is the second time I've owned this book. This is Clint Eastwood. This was 15 cents, believe it or not. The candid on and off screen story of the world's #1 male superstar. Bunch of black and white photos in here. This is the first printing, 1974, so it's Clint Eastwood's career up until 1974. And last but not least, we have Colonies in Space. Oh, this Ron Goulart book, I'm friends with him on Facebook, so I'm thinking I might send this off to him to get signed. But back to this book, Colonies in Space. Take an expedition to dream cities in the stars. This was 35 cents. It's all about making colonies in space, trying to colonize planets and space stations and whatnot. Lots of photographs in here. Interesting book. There's that. Let's see. Now, this is my first question of the day for you guys. Alright, so a new secondhand store opened up near me, and guy had a box of signed photographs. They were in these beat up, ugly frames. They were all dusty. The glass was terribly dusty. Just they looked terrible. But anyway, I was looking through them one day and I saw a few I wanted, so I ended up taking some stuff, a couple boxes of junk down to the guy, and I said, "Hey, would you trade?" He does have a sign out front saying "Buy, Sell, Trade." And he's like, "Well, what are you interested in?" I said, "I'd like to get some of these autographed pictures you got." And he said, "Yeah, okay, I'll trade." So I went digging through them, and I picked out the 3 ones I thought were the best. And I said, "Would you trade for these?" He said, "Yeah, sure." So made my wife happy, traded off a couple boxes of junk, made some room in the house, and this is all I brought back. Now this one here is authentic, but what's funny is that I went ahead and removed them from the frames before I did this video because they were just terrible and nasty, and it took me a few minutes to get each photo out. But what kind of made me mad, as you can see here, is that the photo is actually glued. Excuse me, guys. The photo is actually glued to a styrofoam board. And this particular one, I damaged the photo removing it from the frame because this piece of the photo was stuck to part of the glass. But I digress. Anyway, this is Peaches Davis, Ray Peaches Davis. He played in the majors for 4 years, I believe, 4 or 5 years for the Cincinnati Reds. This is him with Dizzy Dean. Pretty cool vintage looking photo, and it says here, opening day, National League, 1937, St. Louis 2, Cincinnati 0, pitchers Davis versus Dean, attendance 35,000 people. Signed it right there, Peaches Davis. He is deceased. I believe he was an Oklahoma native, or at least he lived out his last few years in Oklahoma. Nicely signed right there. This is for sale or trade if anybody's interested. It is authentic. So just hit me up with a PM if you're interested. I'll make you a good deal on it. I know it's not in the greatest of shape, but so there's that one. And now these two are actually glued to cardboard. Now these two I have a question about. I thought they were authentic when I looked at them, maybe because I just wanted them to be. Especially this one here, Jim Brown, but I can't find any black and white examples of these photos on eBay. So I'm not sure if somebody made a copy of the color photos, and these are actually copied signatures. I mean, this one looks pretty good. But this one I really think might be copied. I know it's going to be hard for you guys to tell with my camera here. Just give me your opinions on what you think of these two, if you think they are authentic, they're just faded. And regardless, let me know what you guys feel as far as the value of faded autographs, because I really would like to know. But let me know if you think these are real. We have Terry Bradshaw. And we have, of course, Jim Brown. This is the one I wanted most of all out of what the guy had. So, big fan of Jim Brown, mainly as an actor. He was in a lot of cool blaxploitation films. Of course, Terry Bradshaw, he's awesome. But let me know what you guys think of these two. All right, and again, if anybody's interested in buying or trading for this Peaches Davis, let me know. Okay, last up, got some stuff here. And again, another secondhand store opened up near me. It's actually been open before, but I guess he was closed for the winter. I thought he was closed for good, but apparently he's back open again, bigger than ever. Better and bigger. Got a bunch more new stuff, so I was real happy about that. I scored some neat things here. He's got some VHS for sale now. I scored this. This is Dead and Rotting from Full Moon. VHS are 50 cents a piece, so awesome deal. This has got Debbie Rocan in it. And I got some pretty cool record albums. We'll look at that one last. We got record albums are $1 a piece, but he gave me a deal. He charged me $6.50 on everything. We have Star Trek, 3 exciting new complete stories from Power Records, 1975. Awesome, awesome cover. And we'll look at that in a minute. And we got a bunch of signed records. First up, we have this one from Skeeter Davis. This is I Forgot More Than You'll Ever Know, with a really cool inscription here. This is from February 1967. Have fun, Rosie, but don't forget Jim. He's babysitting, you know. Again, have fun. I love you, Skeeter. It's not signed, but she did put her name there. It's a really neat inscription. After I got this home, though, I did find out that the record itself is broken. So I did order another copy because I'm probably going to put this up for sale on eBay. Just because I think it'll do really well just because of that really cool inscription. And there's just not a lot of Skeeter Davis, signed stuff. I mean, like I said, it's not signed, but she still wrote her name and made this really cool inscription. So I ordered another copy of this record, just for the record, and I'll put it inside this the sleeve here, and we'll put it up for sale on eBay. But if anybody's interested in any of these albums I'm going to be showing you, just PM me. So there's that one. And remember the names Rosie and Jim, because you're going to need to remember that for later. Okay, then we have Little Boy Sad by Bill Phillips. And it is signed on the back to Donna, Bill Phillips. And I believe all these people I'm showing you are deceased except one. I'm not sure. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on Skeeter Davis or not. I'm not positive, but I think she might be deceased. I know Bill Phillips is deceased. And this is the other one I was talking about. It's probably not. This is Jana J, fiddle player. Signed it real nice here on the back. It says, to Jesse and Eileen, you were great on the show, Jana J. Very, very cool. Alright, and this is the other thing I have a question about, and I need your opinions. This is Kitty Wells' Greatest Hits. Album's in poor shape, but it is signed here on the back. Kitty Wells, Johnny Wright, her husband, and I believe this is their son, Bobby Wright. This is about, I think, the 4th time I found a Kitty Wells signature. I think the 2nd time I found Johnny Wright, and the 3rd time I found Bobby Wright. But anyway, as you can see, they're covered in tape. What do you guys think about that? How much does tape on an autograph decrease the value? I've heard it's pretty much consensus that they're worthless, but I don't believe they're worthless. I think there is value there. I just would like to know your opinions on how much, what kind of value we have here. All right, I appreciate that, guys. And lastly, this is a really cool one here. This is Hank Thompson at the Golden Nugget, signed by a bunch of different people. All the people are deceased. First of course, you have Hank Thompson, and he's made it out to who? Hello, darling Rosie. And also her husband here, Jim, is on here. So you have Hank Thompson, and then you have Hugo Chambers. These are all band members of Hank Thompson's band, the Brazos Valley Boys. So you have Hugo Chambers, you have Charlie Meeks, and then we go into the back, Curly Lewis. Then you have Curly Chalker, who's very famous. Curly Chalker and Hank Thompson are both, they both have Wikipedias, both very famous. Then you also have Jim Belkin right there. And what's cool is that Rosie and Jim, while they were waiting to get signatures and the show to start, looks like 1963 over in Enid, Oklahoma. They did a little tic-tac-toe. They're just doodling on here. It's dark in here. I love you. No go. What a night. So they were just messing around, writing on the album as they were waiting for the show. I thought that was pretty cool. So this is currently up on eBay right now. It's not in the greatest of shape, as you can see here. It does need to be repaired here along the bottom and up here along the top, but I didn't want to mess with it. If it doesn't sell, I might go ahead and do some repairs to it. But I thought that was a really cool buy for less than $1. So we'll see what happens. I got this at $75 up on eBay right now, so we'll see what happens with it. So anyway, guys, hope you can help me out with the questions that I had. I hope you enjoyed everything. And I will talk to you guys later. See you.